Hello everyone, and welcome to...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems, especially in an age where the demand is quite high on defenders. He's really the perfect package.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Looking to play him in. Now it's... Oh, he's all along. Luis Suarez! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Tries to play it through. Looking for options for movement. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Now that's well seen too. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Timber is there to clear. Barcola going face to face with his great rival.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Great vision, and he's worked it through. Caught offside that time. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well read, nice interception. That's a good foray he's making. That is good alertness. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That's been cut out. Well played. Gerrard, never out of the action for very long. Knocks it into space. And he was alert to it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Bangladesh clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Griezmann. Now it's Barcola. Can he latch on to this? He is just caressing the ball. Great ball, and he's in here. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And this is Griezmann, and it's Rijkaard. Mbappe, he's going for goal! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Deflected behind for a corner kick. This possibly the last play of the half. And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Bangladesh just about ahead, 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Senegal, number 12, Bradley Barcola, number 15.
That gets us going once more.
Number 7.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Coming on the field, number 20, Gareth Bale, number 3.
Now that looks a decent ball. Can he get on the end of this? Real chance! It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Cafu with the foul. And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Ronaldinho. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Pass is just off target. Driven forward. Plays a sharp little ball here. And a shot! Gareth glittering Bale! That is a gem! An absolute gem! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, can he get onto this? And he cuts out the supply. Oh, that's a key interception. Searching pass he's played there. Nicely worked. Pau Kubasi spots it and intercepts. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's Rijkaard. He's having a shot! And there's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Threads one in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Very nicely done. And it's Vitinha. Rijkaard. Vitinha. Lovely passing. It's Ronaldinho! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Ronaldinho is offering a wry smile there.
Cafu. That could spell trouble. He has found the way. He's had a shot! It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual.
Goes for a shot! It's a goal! It's the goal they've been looking for. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure, and that will be the final act. Bangladesh can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very